Dubstep Netherlands.
Alright, we're here tonight with Ricky West, who is playing on the Ascension lineup. Ricky, how are you feeling tonight? You good, brother?
Bro, I felt like I sleep like bro. I'm loaded. Let's go, man.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So my first question for you tonight is like, you have got a huge catalog of music containing both drum and bass house and dubstep. But you're kind of like zoning in on something. What made you choose dubstep right now? What did it for you?
I did dubstep when I started out in 2011, but it was like really fucking hard, you know. You had no tutorials almost, so it was like always like really hard to like make yeah, it was just really hard, you know. So I met Moxie, and they
the house guys, the Dutch house
yeah,
guys.
and they got me into bass house, because bass house was dubstep with a house beat back then. So
absolutely,
for me that was amazing, and I got shows in Czech Republic, so I kind of went for bass house then, but never lost track in my sets of dubstep. But then after COVID, after experimenting with a lot of stuff and pop music even, I was like, after my first show at Boat's house after lockdown, I really needed to switch back to dubstep and make my own sound. So got a new manager, and bro, stuff's going crazy, man.
So could we say it's been an act of passion then?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Hey, I for one fucking love to see that. It's an act of passion, and I feel like that is what mostly fuels the dubstep scene, isn't it? It's passion.
Yeah, it is actually.
Alright, that's hella dope, dude. So tonight you're playing a graveyard set. For the uninitiated, that means a graveyard set entails, this is our last set of the night. Yeah. Usually here in Europe that's like 4 or 5 a.m. So for you that's like 4:15 a.m. Yeah. Do you prepare differently for a graveyard set as opposed to a regular set?
Not really. I always like prepare a set, but my sets, I always try to like make a set which is interesting for everyone, without losing too much on your craft. You know what I mean? You still want to do your own tunes, but at this moment I feel like my tunes, like people are enjoying them, so I never like prepare something different. This is my set, you know. Otherwise, you can book another DJ, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I think
that's it. It's not to be arrogant, but I'm not doing another genre just to. You guys get the thing on it.
Absolutely, like give it up to the promoters for putting you on a time slot. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, so Ricky, hey, hold on, wacht even. Een Peugeot wat?
205, 1.6.
We frequently see you front your Peugeot 205 on socials. Is there any like sort of story attached to it?
This is my dad's first car, and I wanted to get a normal first 205, just a normal model, base model, you know, without a big motor and stuff. So my dad was like, no, we need to get this one. And he put way too much money in this project, and then we got it, and like after half a year there was no oil in the car anymore, and my brakes started failing and stuff. Yeah, it was a crazy experience. But now I have it as a hobby car, and I drive Peugeot 206 now, so it really.
But you're like actively utilizing it in your brand.
Yeah.
Am I mistaken in thinking that like this Peugeot car is kind of part of the Ricky West project at this point?
Yeah.
Like, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just really fucking funny. Like, I made a sketch with a friend of mine. It's like just really fucking funny to see that shit box, like a really cubic car. What's the name? Square type car.
Square form.
Yeah, square form. Square 4.
They should have called it Peugeot 4.
Yeah, Peugeot 4 205 ridden. Huh? But the thing is, like, it's really just fucking funny to like hang your arm out of the window, and I'm always like driving like with my sunglasses on. It's real. It's the lifestyle, bro.
Hey, it's really attractive to me. I can't speak for everyone in the room, but I think everyone would agree it's kind of a sexy image to see you driving that old piece of shit.
I think everybody here in the room has a shitbox. Nobody has like a real car, you know.
I have no car at all.
This thing uses twice the gas of a normal car. So like driving to Utrecht is like 40 euros for and back from my old the place where I live now. Like, and with my 206 it's only 20 euros.
So basically, promoters beware. If you're trying to be environmentally active, don't book this guy because he'll take a piece of shit with horrible mileage. He'll drive it to your show. He'll probably park it in a handicap spot. So in your music, Rick, you've got a lot of these 16-bit, 8-bit influences in your sound. Something we've heard before in dubstep, but personally I feel you're giving it your own twist.
Yeah.
So my question to you basically is like, where does this originate, and also, what's your? This is the game Nintendo.
No, that's literally.
No,
I never had like a PS1 or something. It was like always. I got a Nintendo 64, something like that, like when I was like 5 or so. The stuff was already like 10 years old, but I love those old games. It's about the story. It's not about the famous graphics. You know what I mean, like Call of Duty and stuff. It's like this is really basic, and you know you have those really old graphics from the 80s, but I'm like focusing more on the 90s because the 90s has like a more sound which is not have been discovered yet, because you have like 8-bit and you think of Super Mario Bros. But then if you go one era later in the 90s, you have like this 16-bit sound, and it's more, it hasn't, I think in dubstep or it hasn't been like used a lot. It's like,
I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's still its own beast in that
regard. It's not really chiptune sound. It's just a little bit more modern, but yeah. That's it basically.
Because like I feel like when people think about a retro video game, so 16-bit or 8-bit is like a term they will frequently default to. But there's nuances inside of that realm, isn't there? There's like a certain type of sound, a certain type of graphic. So my next question would be, I guess, considering the sound that you have established for yourself, what's your favorite retro game?
Bro, the first one is Super Mario World. And that's also 16-bit, you know. So yeah, and that's like Rayman 2, and it's like really stupid old games. You guys don't know, I think. And and PS1 Crash Bandicoot. And, and stuff like that. You know, that's like really inspiring to me because it's so the sounds are so cheap and stupid. You know, like it's so amazing because every artist at this moment is now trying to make his sound perfect, and I just try to make a good song, you know what I mean? I care more about the song and the melody than just rather good tear out guns and heavy stuff, you know. So yeah, I love tear out. It's just
going off script because I do feel like that you really hone down your tear out sound here.
Yeah.
And what I love about your sound personally is the fact that you make it your own. It's a unique thing. You give it your own blend. Because some like 8-bit or 16-bit, we've heard it a million times before, but I feel like you're extremely aware of that.
And I don't want those, when you think of 8-bit or pixels, you're thinking like of 2014 Monster Cat stuff.
I mean, we've had a dubstep artist called 16-bit, and that's already a thing.
And it's really cool, but I just focus on when you have those really weird levels in like when you walk into a castle and the music's really tripping, that's what I'm focusing on. Or just the stupid stuff when a wizard walks into a room, you hear like really stupid ass jingle, and like I'm not focusing on the best composition possible. I'm just focusing on a really funny song, you know, which you can enjoy and listen again, and don't have to like skip to the break, or you can just listen. The songs are now 10 minutes, 2 minutes long, and I think that's a perfect to just listen again, you know.
I absolutely agree. Like that's personally what I love about your sound is that 100%, because that regular formula of following like an 8-bit thing. Like when I listen to your intros, especially like your drops, you've got your own little spice to it. When I hear your intros and the thematic that you actually put down in your tracks, absolutely reminiscent of old school Nintendo RPG adventure games for me. That's this is why it's a strong branding. That's my personal opinion on strong branding. I love it. Yeah, it's really
I do a lot of. I also want every tune, like the next coming tunes are always gonna have to. They always have this catchphrase at the beginning of the tune, and I do all the voice acting myself.
You do,
because like everybody's like asking when they hear this, like, yo, is this from an old game? No, I don't sample. I don't want to burn my fingers from sampling. I never do sampling.
It. So it's all MIDI. It's all MIDI.
Yeah. It's all MIDI and and just voice acting, because I think that makes your music. I want to feel that it feels nostalgic without it's being sampled. That's it. Basically.
Yeah. And in my honest opinion, you've nailed that. There's definitely a nostalgic factor to it, and just the fact that I know that it's all written, it's all MIDI, impressive as shit. Well done, mate. Well done.
Thanks, man.
I love that.
Appreciate.
So I guess my final question would be, what are your goals right now? I'm talking long term. I'm talking labels. I'm talking releases. Is there anything specific you got in mind? Are you happy with the path you're on right now? What's next for Ricky West? Enlighten us.
The thing is, like, I've always dreamed of being, how do you say this, that you don't need like a 9-to-5 job to on the side, like a part-time side job, but to just create. Before it was music, I just wanted to create, and now I'm able to like help others and just create, you know?
Yeah.
That's my goal, but what I really want is like, now I have my own company for a lot of years now, but I do it full time for like 2 years or so. But my ultimate goal would be to play shows with my own craft, you know, and that's what I'm working on now. And I've never thought of this before. Like, I always just made music, and now I'm making music with a real plan and with a schedule with a good manager behind me. My old manager was amazing, but it's just he was not locked in at the last years anymore. So I've now Wessel, and he's amazing, man.
Shout out Wessel.
Yeah, shout out Wessel.
Wessel Hop.
Yeah.
That's really dope to hear. So you're really like honing in on what you actually want to pursue right now.
Yeah, exactly. Just going to the States is like a real dream. But I think if I've always proven to myself, I always thought as a child I was limiting myself. I was limited, you know. You couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, and I just
out of reach
always trying to like get those goals, and I already like achieved a few. Yeah. And I was like, okay, then we can do American too. You know?
Exactly.
So,
like,
but you have to.
Why would it end here? Like,
here, you have to be locked in, you know. That sounds really stupid, but yeah.
Dubstep Netherlands.
Once I had a different car for daily. After Cosmos, the gearbox broke down, and when I wanted to go at 5 in the morning, it was like fucking crazy.
Don't put that in.
It's like, instead of like, after this one show, no, after Cosmos, my car.
I saw your girlfriend. I saw your girlfriend.
When I played Ignition, my mom died that same night.